Hey, it's Friday. Thank God. And tomorrow is a statewide holiday in Michigan. Hasn't been on a Saturday in, 6-7 years, of course. It is the opening day of firearm deer season, right? Because on a Saturday, there's going to be tremendous amount of activity. Warmer than, I wish we had that cold weather right now, but we don't. It's going to be high of 62. Joining me is the most talented, good-looking, most intelligent lawyer of all time. Dulan is with us. Dulan, how are you?
Great, Gruber. How are you?
Lovely. Thank you for asking. I don't even know. Are you a deer hunter?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Having grown up in the UP, it's almost mandatory. And, they used to close school for us on the first day of deer season.
Well, they're doing it tomorrow, too. School will be closed for deer season tomorrow.
Everybody gets the day. Yeah.
Statewide.
I don't mind the warmer weather because my 11-year-old daughter will be out there with me, too. And so it'll be a little quieter in the blind if it's not too cold in the blind.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, so Wednesday, I get a call from a guy I didn't know. He says, hey, I shot a deer across from your property, and it ran on your property. You mind if I go look? No, don't mind. Then yesterday, a guy from the other side of the property said, hey, I shot a deer, went on your property. Mind if I go look? Geez, would you guys stop shooting all my deer? I'm kidding, of course. But the sad thing is, they didn't find either one of them. I think they were both, up in no man's land with an arrow. I don't think either deer is deceased, is my point. They've got a little memory punch, and they'll remember, what was that sound just before that felt like I didn't like it. But anyhow, in Michigan, I think we should change some laws. Dulan, I'll get you to weigh in on this as a longtime deer hunter and youper. I think it should be a $1 state. At least it should be $1 per weapon, so we can have better deer population control. I also think we should be able to hunt in places like Detroit, Grand Rapids, and if they would put in, they do this in Ohio. Archery only, of course. You can't be out there with rifles. But to control urban deer populations, you've got to allow people to hunt in these places. I'm thinking some of the best deer hunting in the country is probably inside the city limits of Detroit that's gone feral, overgrown fields and all that. It's just got to be amazing, right?
Oh, certainly. Deer lose their fear of people pretty quickly. And I live in kind of a suburban area in East Lansing. And the last 2 springs, we had fawns birthed in the front yard. Because it's kind of a sheltered area with shrubs and whatnot, and the does felt safe. Sure, I mean, it wouldn't be fair in a way, but if you want to decrease the population, that's the way to do it.
Wouldn't be fair. Fair.
You could almost choke them in our yard some days.
Look, I've got deer in my yard. Already had them this morning. I went and looked. Yeah, they're all standing around out there. Last night there was literally a herd surrounding the house. And we live on a 10-acre piece, but they're all right here. They don't have much fear. But what do you think about a $1 state or changing the way we do some things? Because look, if you sold urban tags, it'd be a revenue generator. Make it a separate tag. Here's your special deer tag for Detroit. It costs you $20 or whatever it is. People would do it. Or if it was a lottery system, you got to put in $20 and maybe you'll draw a tag, maybe you won't. And if you get one, you can go into this area and set up a tree stand in this area that hasn't been hunted in 100 years. Imagine that.
Sure, yeah. As far as the $1 thing, I honestly don't know whether we're getting accurate information in terms of population out there, because I'll tell you what I do agree with that I hear from the official reports is the deer population is up, deer car collisions are up, and that's the only method of control for these suburban deer I look at every day is they run into the road a lot and get hit by cars a lot.
Yeah, the insurance companies would like them all gone. If there were no white-tailed deer, the insurance companies would say, thank God. The insurance companies would certainly support hunting in Detroit or Grand Rapids or Kalamazoo or wherever. Urban hunting, I think, is one of the keys. I also think that if you Ohio has a $1 limit. They have giant top-end bucks, which draws tourism dollars. So does Iowa. So does Illinois. I mean, they have giant tourism dollars because you can get these giant top-end bucks. And look, a lot of folks are looking for the big one, right? I will be tomorrow. I shoot a lot of does, but I'm going to look. I actually get to sit with Ivy for the first time in years. We actually have the chance to sit and hunt together, which is pretty cool. We used to do it a lot. We haven't done it probably in, 5 or 8 years. It's been a while. But we can do better, and the DNR can be run better. How about that for a takeaway?
Well, I believe that's true. And the rules change every year, and that gets confusing. I'm sure you're like me. You can remember when it was pretty simple. You went to the store, you bought a license, you shot
Yep.
a deer, and that was it. And now you've got to have maps, and you have to know area numbers, and you have to have different weapons at different times and in different places on the map. And now with the mandatory reporting, I'm glad they reduced the penalty for failing to mandatorily report.
Did they?
But yeah, it was a criminal offense, and now it's a fine.
Yeah, it was like a felony if you didn't report originally.
It was there for a short time.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Thankfully,
we're
got
down
rid of that.
it's still
Well,
a substantial fine, but that goes along with the expense has gone up. We've got competing with other distractions for the kids.
Sure.
And the dissolution of the nuclear family is also reducing hunting. The equipment is out of control expensive.
Oh, it is. There's a crossbow on the market called the Raven. It's $3,000. Apparently, it's accurate to 100 yards, but good Lord. Here's my last question, Dulan. When I was first able to hunt, you had to be 14 years old. Now they've reduced the ages, of course, which I think is great. What year was the first year you went legally hunting, Dulan?
Nice
I know
try.
my answer.
I'm not going to let you back figure my birth date.
Yeah, so you saw right through that.
It was a while ago.
Yeah,
But let's just make one last point before you kick me out here, which is we have a huge problem with approximately 375,000 hunters who are not registered to vote. And so when we're talking about rule changes and what's the DNR doing and should we change the law, we've got too many hunters out there who aren't participating.
Agreed with that. Hunters don't vote. I've never understood that, Dulan. You're exactly right. 300. You've got to vote, folks. Dulan, I got to run. Thank you.